Okay, I figured out the ticketing system. Today I'll be exploring the private Kishigawa Railway in Wakayama Prefecture. It's famous for having the world's first feline train station master. Over the top. I'm also curious to see what else is happening along this rural railway, so I'll be riding the individually decorated train cars and occasionally walking between stations. Good morning. Behind me is a train station called Kishi Station. It's the first or last stop on something called the Kishigawa Line. It is a private rail line here in Wakayama Prefecture. I'm going to explore this train line today. It goes just over 14 kilometers. There are 14 stations. This is by far the most famous of the stations on this line because it's shaped like a cat. And the reason for that is this is sort of the cat rail line. There is a cat that works here in the station from 10 o'clock this morning. It's 9 o'clock now. I'm here a little bit early. So first we're going to see this cat, I hope, and then we're going to go and take off down the line. So here's the station. There's the Tama Cafe, open at 10. Here's where the cat itself will sit and be the station master. All of the trains are different. Like, this is the train I arrived on today. It's the strawberry train, which is really, really cool inside. It's got all this like old-timey, antique, nice wooden seats and stuff. And when they arrive at this station, they play a song that might be familiar. I'll tell you the story of what I know about this cat. So this line has been here for decades, like 100 years or something, but it was sold to a private company in 2006, and things weren't going that well, and they started like tearing some of the stations down just for financial difficulties. They were going to tear this down. There was a station here at Kishi, and they were going to tear it down, and there was a guy who sort of watched over the station, and he had adopted this stray cat. And he pleaded with the leader, the CEO or whatever of the company, the president, please put this cat in the station. That'll be a great thing for tourists. And the guy was like, all right. So they tried it, and it was a huge, huge hit. It got international press and attention and stuff. And so they did tear the station down, but they built this one in 2010. And it's estimated that the cat and all the business surrounding the cat was worth like 1 billion yen for the area. That original cat died. His name was Tama, so everything you see is Tama around here on the train line anyway. So the current cat is called Nitama. Now the train line is called the Kishigawa Line, which means the Kishi River line. And there is a Kishi River, and it's right over here. So that's the first thing I'm going to check out today here in this area. Good old Kishi River. All right, there it is. Not a huge, huge river, but it's got its own train line named after it, so it must have something going for it. Very nice here on a cold, sort of mid-December morning. So I'm sort of wandering the rather charming little back streets around Kishi Station. Yeah, and to be quite honest, I had this whole thing planned today, like which trains I was going to get and where I was going to go, and I did not research the working hours of the cat. If I wait for the cat, which starts at 10, then I will have missed the 10 o'clock train, which means I'll get started at 10:30. Only in Japan can your day be thrown off by the working schedule of a cat. Well, here's breakfast anyway. Free breakfast on the side of the road. When the original Tama cat died in 2015, they found this new cat, Nitama, which kind of means Tama number 2, and they built a little shrine on the platform, the train platform, for the first cat, Tama. And they had this big ceremony where they conveyed the second cat, Nitama, to the little shrine so it could sort of pay its respects. And every year the cat gets like promoted, so it was like just station master, then the next year it was super station master, and then chief operating executive officer. They keep like making up these like titles for it, and now according to Wikipedia it's third in line, third from the top in the company. So yes, it's December, so not much is growing, which is kind of the season I like. Cold, sunny, immediate, and stark. Oh, never mind. Something's growing. It's a nice little garden here. About 20 minutes left until showtime. There's a bit of a crowd gathering, so maybe this happens like this every morning. Okay, they brought the cat out 5 minutes early. I saw it cleaning itself, and that means I can catch this train before the one that I was going to have to catch. So, sort of back on schedule, only about half an hour behind. Okay, I'm at a station called Kanro-jimai. It's the next station after Kishi. Cost 190 yen just for that barely 2-minute ride, but that's how it goes. I think I'm gonna look around here a little bit and walk to the next station to get a real sense of not only this totally obscure station, but the totally even more obscure area between them. Memo to self: bring gloves when you do something like this. I started to see a few snowflakes when I just left Kishi, and I see snow falling on the distant mountains, I think. I was talking to a lady in the tourist center across the street from Kishi Station, and she was telling me that there's a whole bunch of fruit grown in the area here, and she had a chart on the wall of like which seasons each type of fruit was grown. So now it is the tangerine season, mikan season, but there's also apples and kiwi and figs and strawberries. So there is always something being grown here year round. So I was wrong about that, there being nothing growing right now. Quite a lot happening. In fact, these fields look like they're doing quite well right now here in mid-December. I'm not real sure where I'm going. Just trying to sort of keep the train line in view. Let's cut down this. Does this look like a public pathway to you? There's a train going the opposite direction. It's the strawberry train. As the snow starts to fall. Another great day on an obscure part of a train line. Okay, I think this is it. The next station, Nishi-Yamaguchi. "12 minutes until my train comes. I am going to turn this camera off, put it in my pocket, and put my hands in my pockets. Because although this person is nice and warm inside with the cat, I'm out here in the cold, freezing snow. Hands are ice. So anyway, next train coming. I don't know which one it will be. I hope it's the Tama Museum one. I hope at some point today we get to the actual Tama Cat Museum train, because it's quite a thing. Anyway, we'll see. Actually, while I'm waiting, I want to show you this over here. I've been seeing these the last few days as in my travels around Wakayama. It's these trees, bare trees, and they have like little, what looks to me like prayer papers tied onto them. But I've seen them in very like rural, like swamp type areas, so I don't think it's people tying paper. I think it's just some kind of wilted flowers or something. It's very strange looking. I hope today, at some point on one of these walks, I get to find a grove of those and figure out what they are. I don't have time to go over and see those right now, but I do want to find that. So that's a goal today. Okay, there goes the strawberry train after another 2-minute ride. This is, I forgot to tell you the station. What is this station called? Oike. Oike means a big pond, and that is the coolest thing over here. There's a cool bridge and everything. So let's go see Oike, the big pond. The next train will be 11:10. Yes, 11:10. The Oike window, fruit and vegetables. Closed. Too bad. Hey, look, it's my trees. It's my trees. Okay, what are these little things hanging off? They are, in fact, hand-tied. Something to do with agriculture, I would assume. Probably shouldn't mess with them. Curiosity, what's the word? Vanquished, assuaged, satisfied. I don't know. The adorability of this character and this phrase do not really match. It says, danger! I don't even know what the danger is, just that there's a bridge, but thanks. All right, I see a bridge, I see ducks, everything I like about a pond. There's the ducks. And over there you can see the rail bridge. So when I think I'll have enough time when a train goes the opposite way, maybe I can get cool video of the train going over the bridge. Okay, there's the bridge. They even got a little bench for me to wait for the train to pass. Is that not a perfect bench? Hark. Do you hear that? And 10 minutes to spare. Okay, it is the cat museum, the Tama Museum train. I think there's all kinds of cool stuff on board I've never been on, so I'm gonna have to show you quickly because I'm not gonna be on it that long. So let's just go and quickly walk around the train and see what they have on this cat museum. Chinese or Korean tourists, plus me, plus a few scattered locals actually using this just for transportation to get to Wakayama City. It's a very interesting and strange mix, and this is the most bizarre train car I've ever been on in my life, without question. Okay, from one type of Japanese culture, the Tama Museum train, bizarre. From that to another type of Japanese culture, totally different, a more traditional Japanese culture. A lot of people got off at this station, which is Idakiso. I'm not sure why. Maybe we'll see them at the thing we're going to, which is a shrine. All right, now we're getting somewhere. Look at this. Big wooden torii gate. I bet that's the sturdiest thing around here. Oh, cool. It's in some dark holler where the sun refuses to shine. Wow, look at this place. Straight ahead, Idakiso Shrine. You thought this was just another shrine. Think again. Look at these. Anytime in Japan that you're feeling overwhelmed by the calamity and the chaos and the busyness of everything or anything, go to any temple, pretty much any temple or shrine. All you hear is quietness, maybe a couple voices, birds singing. Very, very genuinely serene. Okay, I got some info about this place from the handy touch screen, which I've never seen at a shrine. So Idakiso Shrine is the shrine. It's dedicated to a god who is the god of trees. So what happens was, long ago, there was a god who took some seeds to Korea to try to plant them there, but he found the soil not good for planting, so he brought them to Japan, and it worked. So he gave them to a couple of his trusted gods or something, and they roamed around the Japanese lands and planted all the trees. So all the trees you see everywhere in Japan were started by that. So this is the great god of trees and wood. That's why the big gate at the entrance was made of wood, I guess. And you're supposed to pass through this tree trunk. So I'm going to set the camera here. Can you see? Put my bag down here. And here we go. See if I can make it. This purifies me and protects me from accidents. All right, I'm immune. I've got 9 minutes until the next train leaves. So I have to walk all the way back to the station. So here is a quick walk back to Idakiso Station. By the way, there's Nitama, which is Tama number 2 at Kishi Station. There's also San Tama and Yon Tama. There's 3 cat and 4 cat. They go to like different stations, I guess. I'm not quite sure how it works, but at this one, Idakiso Station is the I think it's, I'm not sure, the only other station on this particular line that has another cat station master. Unfortunately today he is off, but here's where he would be. So what are you gonna do? Unreliable cats, even when they're the station masters, they're unreliable. I gotta go. Whoa. Welcome to Kamayama. We're getting sort of towards the end of the line back to Wakayama Station, but I wanted to get off here at this rather rural, rather nondescript station and see what we could find around here. And already, look at this. Woo! Going to get myself run over. So this is the Wada River. Not the same as the other one, but it also has ducks in it, so I like it. So there's a river here, and the river has its own big torii gate. It looks like it's made out of metal. I'm not sure why. The river has its own gate, but I am going to use this opportunity to walk along the riverside, see what life is like here in Kamayama Station beside the Wada River. Well, yes, I can walk along the river, but there's also cars here. And there's a wall where I can't actually see the river. Every now and then here in the countryside of Japan, there are roads like this where there's no sidewalk. There's even a couple in Osaka City. Usually on those roads, the drivers are kind of cool about it and they go slow and they're very careful. This town, this area does not seem like it's such a place. I've almost been run over twice already. Of course, I just crawled through that tree at the shrine, so I guess I'm safe from cars hitting me. But just in case it doesn't work, I'm going to give them a wide berth. Now is not the time to test the mettle of the wood god. Train coming. The Tama train, the cat train, stopping at the station, going the opposite direction. Let's watch it pass. Oh, the entertainment you can get. The hours and hours of fun all day long you can get out here on the Kishigawa train line. So right now it is about 12:15 p.m. I had breakfast very early this morning to start all this early, and I'm hungry. It's lunchtime. There's not much around here for lunch. There's probably not going to be anything until I get to Wakayama. So my only hope is a drink machine, and drink machines almost always do not sell food in Japan, but sometimes they do. This one does. They have Kit Kat and they have potato chips. Just what I needed as the snow starts to fall again. Potato chips. I mean, could life be any better? Hey, here's a new train. Chuggington. The train is called Wilson. Well, that car is called Wilson. This car is called Brewster. Part of the Chuggington family, you see. All right, well, this is Nichizengu Station. I'm gonna get off here and again walk to the next station just because it's snowing and I wanna walk around in the snow flurries. So, say goodbye to Chuggington and Wilson and Brewster. When they leave, I will be able to exit this station, which, by the way, like most stations, has no bathroom. Oh my God, as soon as I complain, look what I think I see, a bathroom. Bathroom with a clear view to the urinals from the train platform. Because, you know, life's different out in the countryside. So we got this really old building here, really old, attractive, nice looking building, right next to a bunch of brand new buildings. And it looks like they are still building up this area. So I bet this little neighborhood will look quite different in a couple years, and it probably looked quite different a couple years ago. I prefer the old because worn down is more interesting looking. But time marches on. This house is smiling at me. I believe I want to go this way. It's not clear that it is a public path, but it doesn't say it isn't. And I am not one of those people on YouTube that does like crazy or annoying or illegal things just for the views. But I genuinely believe this is a public path, so let's go. Well, this path is awesome, and it is public, and it's snowing on it, and it's winding, and everything is interesting about this. Look at this building. That's unbelievable. That's a special kind of gorgeous. Gotta squeeze over to let people by. But they're cool about it here. Unlike that last place, they're very sensible and patient. Or just walking around admiring the streets and the neighborhoods and stuff, and suddenly I'm here at the station. Okay, I walked from Nichizengu to here, Tanakaguchi. One more ride, and then we're at Wakayama Station, the end station. Okay, about 9 minutes until the train comes around that curve, and this is going to be the final train. So is it going to be the strawberry train, or the regular train that I've been on, the white one, or the cat museum train, or the what was that one, the last one, the Buggles, whatever it was called? I kind of think it's going to be the cat museum train. I think that's just the rhythm. I've been kind of getting a sense of the rhythm of these rails, as it were. All right, it is the Cat Museum car. Perfect way to end this video. Thank you for coming with me all along the Kishigawa Railway. What a strange line. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Thank you very much to my patrons on Patreon, especially the always amazing travel masters Jacob Fatz, Omeyer, Ray Nichols, and Will Phillips. Join for as little as $1 a month and watch videos before they're published at patreon.com/T1DWanderer. Also, sign up for my free email newsletter at tondwanderer.com/subscribe. And thanks for wandering around with me.